What's up? What's up? Hey man, this is another great episode. Chop it up with KJ. Hey, I want to talk to y'all about this Florida State Florida rivalry. We're gonna talk about this for a little bit. You already know before I get on, we got to play. We got theme music every time I come on here. Don't matter if it's Jay Rob show or Chop it up with KJ. Let's go ahead and get this music started. Go ahead and get this music started right quick.
Listeners,
There we go.
y'all know what time it is. Chill. It's time to chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Hey. It's time to chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Hey. Sport. It's time to chop it up. News. Chop it up with KJ. Podcast. Chop it up. Chop it up. Go ahead, tune in. Go ahead, tell a friend. Tell a friend. News know we got the latest. Sports talk with the greatest.
We got the greatest.
Stay in tune with the streets. With politics, all the beef. Hey, chop it up. Go ahead and turn this up a little bit. Chop it up. Put your podcast AirPods in. Chop it up. Turn your phone up. Chop. Whatever you're doing. Chop it up. With KJ. And now to the host of the show. Give a round of applause. KJ.
Hey, great introduction always. Y'all already know. Hey y'all, man, we got some big rivalry games on today, man. It's hate week. Y'all already know what the deal is. Hey, all my FSU fans out there, chop it up today. Chop it up with KJ. We got to chop it up today. We got a big one. The Gators. We got a big one today. Playing the Gators today. We got to tell him and take this win. I know we sucked all year. First of all, before I get into the rivalry, I want to talk about Florida State and how bad we looked all year. We had this big expectation coming in this year. We supposed to been this and that, and that shit went south real quick. So that goes more into coaching and the heart of the players. So I feel like it was just a whole big misunderstanding with the transfer. When you have a lot of kids transfer in, they have all kind of different mindsets. A lot of them guys didn't feel they was right where they was. They didn't feel like the situation was right where they was. So that doesn't bring it. Always don't bring a good look to your team. Sometimes it helps out a lot. Transfers are great, but I just think that kind of knocked us astray. And right now I see the college they picking the games. I already know they probably gonna let's see, everybody gonna pick the Gators. So let's see who they pick today. I'm gonna leave that right there. Leave it on a little bit. But I just want to talk about, hey man, Mike Norvell. You did you had your little shine, but it's time for you to go though. I ain't never liked to hire Mike Norvell anyway. Jimbo Fisher, I want to say something about Jimbo Fisher too. Jimbo Fisher, you left us in shambles. Tell everybody, Jimbo Fisher stopped recruiting. They gave him that $10 million when they was already talking about all that money was gonna give him at Texas A&M. And Jimbo, are you there right now? You thought you was gonna go there, win your championship. You didn't even get close to the championship, Jimbo. So I'm gonna start off from that instance because Jimbo started the Florida State putting us in shambles. Jimbo started it. So when Jimbo left, that's what Jimbo did. He the recruiting. He started recruiting like he was. Look all them the big time players we got in right before that last championship run we made when we lost to when we got beat down by Oregon. So my thing is that Jimbo started this whole thing. It's Jimbo. Everybody try to blame Taggart, Willie Taggart. It wasn't all his fault. He was just dealing what he had to deal with. And being a black coach, everybody already knew he had a short leash, and that leash wasn't long. So they got him out of there. When they got him out of there, I told everybody we should have got Deion Sanders. Y'all see the jersey up in the chop it over KJ Raptors back there. Man, Deion should have been our next choice. They didn't want to get him. And now we looking like real idiots right now. But hey, it is what it is. But they should have went at Deion. Because they thought Deion, he only coached high school, his son in high school and stuff like that. They thought he wasn't the candidate ready yet. But I try to tell you about Deion name alone would have brought recruits. And I knew he was gonna bring a coaching staff with him wherever he went that was from the pros and everything. So I knew that was gonna help him out a lot. So I just told everybody that he would have been a great recruiter for Florida State. Come on, man. I don't know what we was thinking about when we missed off on that. Just like the transfer portal, missed out on a lot of people. But let me get back to I just want to talk about that with Jimbo Fisher. Let me get back to the Florida State, the Florida State Florida rivalry, man. It's a big one. It ain't even the Florida Gator fan. It's not the Florida Gator team it's the fans. Y'all fans, the Florida Gator fans is what make we don't like the Gators. I don't know which one is worse, the Gators or Miami. I think it's the Gators, and a lot of times, can we play y'all end of the year, always around Thanksgiving. It's on my son's, most of the time on my son's birthday. A couple times on my son's birthday. And happy birthday to my son, Keyshawn Delaney. He's 19 today. But let me tell you, boy, Gators, y'all haunted me. Especially when my son was growing up young. Y'all haunted me. Tebow was there. I think it was my son's second. I think Tebow second. I think he was a second year, I believe. I forget. I know he came from Nice High School. Man, I think his second or third year. Nigel Brown was at linebacker. And he went to talking all that junk to Tebow. And Tebow he mollywopped us for I don't know what. He running over Nigel. He ran over everybody in that game. It was pouring down raining. I remember this game like it was yesterday. It was pouring down raining. And I was in Tallahassee. The game was in Tallahassee. I was at Chuck E. Cheese. My son had just turned 2 years old. And it was mayhem. I had to tell him to cut the game off in Chuck E. Cheese because it had got too bad for me to watch. I couldn't see no more because Tebow just running all over Florida State that year. But one thing about it, I always say, a rivalry game, you can't never really. You could look at the teams and say, "Well, this one better than that one." Yeah, that's true. But in every rivalry game all over the country, all these teams know each other. These guys know each other. They went to high school together. They went on the recruiting trips together. They could be even kin to each other, and go a different route. So I just feel like rivalry game. This is a big day, and it's bragging rights for a whole year. Like if your team wins the rivalry, it's a big day for you. You could talk junk all year. You could talk your mess to you, and most likely, a lot of people, they best friends are the other fan. They're not the same fan as them, so it's real. It get real close. Your mom, dad, brothers and sisters are all different. So you could be you can have that the household, nobody talking junk to you if your team win. So that's just a big thing with rivalry games. Another big thing with rivalry games, family oriented, man. You had those you had the parents they have kids that play for both teams. They had those half and half jerseys on and things like that. So it's just a big day. Rivalry is just a big day. Uh, I love to see it. I love to see the rivalries. Of course, there's several big rivalries out there. Before I even get into the history of Florida State rivalry, um, you just have so many. You got Michigan, Ohio State. Uh, Texas normally play Oklahoma around this time, but they changed that. So they got A&M. They just started that rivalry back from 11 years ago. Um, then you got South Carolina. You got South Carolina against Clemson. All the border, Oregon State, uh, North Carolina, NC State, Georgia Tech last night went to 8 overtimes. Georgia should have lost that game. They should have lost that game. They ended up pulling it out. But all these rivalry games, it's plenty more. But all these rivalry games, those some of the big ones. They're pretty good, man. And everybody, you could just throw out all the paper, all the stats, all the wins and losses. You could throw that out the window on rivalry week because anybody could beat anybody on rivalry week. So I just want to let you know that too. So it's just a big thing. I want to see they about to have the Florida State Florida game out there. Let me see who all pick who. I hope they all pick the Gators because that'll make me feel even better if we win. We pull a victory off. It's gonna be a long task, but we should have been started the freshman that we had. He used to be a safety. He used to be on defense, so he got that mindset. So I love the mindset of him. Brock Glenn is horrible. I just don't understand why we even put him out there. Brock Glenn can't throw the ball really. We got to put the freshman out there. Sorry to let all the Brock Glenn fans know he's not it, man. He's not gonna work for us. So we just gonna see. But it don't even like they doing the Gators and Florida State game. Okay, I think all of them picked the Gators, though I believe. I think they made it a landslide. Everybody picked the Gators. Lagway is doing his thing, but I just think we got some form today. So let me go throwback for y'all. Let me go throwback for y'all. Let me go ahead and pause this again. Let me go throwback for y'all on this Gator game, man. See, I ain't even gonna go back to 1970s and stuff like that. Y'all ain't gonna nobody out there, y'all ain't gonna remember none of that. Cause I don't. Not like that. 93. Everybody remember that game. They had Danny Wolfle. And if any everybody remember Kes McCorvey. Kes McCorvey did his thing. So Charlie Ward, Ward done. Y'all see Charlie Ward in the background right there. Right there on that jersey right there. Charlie Ward did his thing. And we beat that's Ward done when he ran that 79-yard touchdown. And we went on to win a 9-3 national championship after we beat the Gators. And everybody remember the choke at Doak. The choke at Doak. Danny Wolf got intercepted by another legend on the wall, Derrick Brooks. And we went on to win that game. 96, man, 96. Listen, them boys had. That's when they had Javon Curse, but we had Peter Bolwell. We had all them boys. They and Gators had Ruder Anthony. You know, a lot of all y'all Gator fans, nobody Ruder Anthony. We had Mickey Andrews and Bobby Bowden at that time. We had Mickey Andrews on defensive coordinator. That's one of the best defensive coordinators ever. I feel like Mickey Andrews was that deal on defense. He knew how to pick the players and he knew how to pick the schemes, especially when we played the big game. But the one I think that hit the most is that everybody remember the 97 game at the Swamp. They put that the greatest game ever played in the Swamp. That's what they're saying. But they sold out, of course. Had Travis McGriff. Everybody know Travis McGriff. The running back was Fred Taylor. Florida State had Jadakowski, the automatic. We had Travis Minor, them boys. Javon Curse and Jacquez Green was that deal on that team right there. But they beat us that year, costing us a championship run. We should have been to the championship game that year. They cost us on that one. And then another one. Let me see. I think what's the other game? Let me see another game. Yeah, we have a steep rivalry, man. South Carolina about to play Clemson, but us and the Gators have a big rivalry, man. I remember ragging behind Chris Ricks. I ain't never like Chris. I remember I met Chris Ricks when I was going to Gabby. Chris Ricks coming out to Gabby High School. I don't know what for, and all I'm thinking about, I want to jump on him because Chris Ricks was horrible. I know that we had that the big thing that happened with him with the catch, PK Sam. Everybody know about that, but we definitely I never liked Chris Ricks. Chris Ricks was just we can't. I think we got him for California. We used to love getting California quarterbacks for some reason, and I just never thought they was it. But it happened. But yeah, you can't go about the records because, of course, we got the last two meetings because we had Jordan Travis, of course. But other than that, it's been they got the longest win streak. I think they had 9. I think we got our longest win streak is 4, 5. Yeah, 5 years. They had 9. Of course, that was around the Tebow era when they had that, I believe. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it wasn't. It was in the 70s. No, it wasn't. It was in the 70s when they had that run. They beat us like 6 times in a row when they had Tebow. But Tebow, of course, they had Chris Lee before Tebow, and Chris Lee had one of the best footballs I ever seen thrown in college. He's up there for me. Chris Lee had one of the best balls you ever want to see, as in throwing the football. But like 2013 to 2017 was our run. Of course, that's with the Winston, Jameis Winston. And y'all gonna see Winston behind me too, because Winston belong in our Raptors. Jameis Winston, Dalvin Cook. We have several more that belong back there behind me. But the greats get up there. So them guys definitely up there, Florida State greats. They did their thing for us. And we got to come out with a win tonight for sure. We got to see what's going on. That rookie, we got to keep that rookie in. We cannot play Glenn. That definitely can't happen. And I should love going to I normally be at the games always. There we go. Sellers, South Carolina. I know I'm gonna be at all the games. Season ticket holder. But Florida State had me hot this year though. I had to go selling tickets, man. It was bad. But anybody know me? If you cut me right now, you get garnered and gold. So, and I want to tell y'all, we got a special Gator fan that's coming on. We'll try to get him on for the game. Come on, and y'all know him too. Everybody know him. Me and him we're gonna debate. We'll do a little debate. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit. So Black, I know you out there. Black will be on today. We got to get Black on here. Everybody knows Solo Black. But to all the No fans, hey man, never give up. It's a rival game. We could pull one out tonight. We just got to play this one. Mike Norvell, I hate to tell you this, dog. We got to get rid of you. We need to put all our chips. I know it's a long shot, but boy, we need to put all our chips, get Deion to Tallahassee. I don't care what we do. I don't care what y'all pay him. We got to get him to Tallahassee. We got to get Deion to Tallahassee. If we don't, man, Norvell, your coaching staff, y'all failed us. I know the players got to play, and the coach. I get that, but y'all gotta. I put that on everybody. The coaches, the players. We can't ship the players out. If they want to leave and transfer, that's different. But the coaches, we can do something about the coaches because something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Something is definitely wrong in Tallahassee. Doak Campbell Stadium. I don't know if it's because we was redoing the stadium or what. But we had bad juju all year from the first game all the way to now. And it ain't been good. So we got to put it out there for our last game. Because we ain't got no bowl game at all. I hope for a bowl game been gone months ago. Not 2 weeks ago, not last week, months ago. Our college football, anything, the playoffs and the bowl game was done months ago. So you already know all us Florida State fans just hoping everybody else lose. We just hoping y'all don't make it nowhere. Miami, we hope y'all go down. I hope you go down and get Syracuse today. But I just think, at the end of the day, Miami, I just think y'all defense is gonna hurt y'all in the playoffs. Believe y'all gonna make the playoffs. Cam Waters, that dude, I'm so pissed off that he was supposed to come to Florida State. but he entered the draft. And once he entered the draft, that made us look elsewhere. And we looked at DJ, and DJ was horrible. DJ, I don't know how to say your last name, Agale or whatever your last name is, bruh. You were horrible. And I don't know why we picked him up anyway. He came from Clemson. I would have never got him. He came from Clemson. He went to Washington State. I mean, he went to Oregon State, my bad. He went to Oregon State. Or he looked good at Oregon State. He come to Florida State and act like he don't know how to read defense or throw the ball or nothing no more. So I just didn't get it. I just didn't get the whole what are we doing? So that was just my thing. We went and got the wrong people. We went to the transport port and got washout work or something. I don't know. Our D-line supposed to been the best D-line coming in, almost top 5 D-line. We can't even smell the quarterback. I just say get this year. We had all these 5. That's why I never believe in the 5 and 4 start. Now, in some instances, the 5 stars are what they are, but a lot of time, man, what school do they play against? You don't know. If they're a 5-star coming out Nevada or coming out, you know what I mean? Like crazy places. Who was they playing? Because I don't see it. I don't see it on the field. Like, that's why I think high school, they give these kids too much hype, you know, and I don't coach high school football, so, and I see it. Like, you giving a kid too much credit already, and they ain't really, they did something, they ain't really do nothing really. Not yet. Why? He's number 120 out of 300. And them kids take offense to that stuff. It's several players that was number 1 and probably number 1 or top 10 and top 15. Some of them not even in NFL now. Some of them didn't even do nothing in college. Like, it's good to rank them, but I feel like 3, them North Stars, them guys are the hungry ones. Because they didn't got nothing given to them yet. They had to earn everything. They had to earn the position, had to earn their right to get on the field, earn their right for a lot of stuff. So I just think as a whole, it's just different for for players that's not 5 or 4 stars. Because you got guys sit behind 5 and 4 stars for years that could have been starting, but you'll see their potential when they get to the NFL, when they get drafted 5th and 6th round, 7th round. Them the guys that show up for your NFL. That's how you make your NFL roster right there. Out of the 4th in the later rounds. Them first couple rounds, if they ain't that dude, a lot of them be bust, man. A lot of these guys be bust. You hear their name all in college, you don't hear nothing in the NFL. They don't even get in the game or barely get the ball or whatever. However you want to put it. But man, I just came out here to holler at y'all. You know, it's Florida State and Gator rivalry. Y'all already know. Stomp them Gators. We got to have one today. I need the rookie, Luke. I need you to be their father. Luke, I need you to be the Gator father. We got to have you today. We need a big game out you. But we got to have the offensive line. You can't do it by yourself. Offensive line got to block. And that defense got to at least want to tackle somebody. Because some line games, I'm like, what tackling drills are we doing? But I've been watching a lot of college football and NFL. It's been bad tackling all over the place. People act like they can't tackle them all. Everybody want to make the big hit. The big hit ain't what it is. Get the man on the ground first. Would you please at least hold him for somebody else can hit it? These guys, they want to run with their shoulder, run up with their shoulder, miss the tackle, The dude go for 20 and 30 more yards. You can't have missed tackles. In the team, that's how you're gonna get beat. Missed tackles. If you ain't tackling, you ain't doing your assignments, you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you will lose. And that's why I say Florida State, we gotta be disciplined. Tackle. Don't make dumb plays like we always do. Don't have dumb penalties because we love doing dumb. We love doing dumb shit. The Florida State, we love doing dumb shit. Holding, hitting people late, like, and it's always in the big part of the games. It happens for us every time. When we lose games and lose them by a little bit, the game just going shambles. It's because we doing dumb. Either play calling or we not reading the ball. We not tackling on defense. Like, it's always something. So Norvell did fire the defense coordinator and the offensive coordinator. I never understood offensive line coach, the offensive coordinator, but that's no here or there. Because he could have been doing his thing. If we was winning, I'd be saying, he was a good offensive coordinator. But I didn't even like him when we had him last year as the offensive coordinator when we was winning. So just like Norvell. So Norvell he tried to do something, but it was too late. He should have been fired, whoever he was gonna fire. It's too late now. We can't even make a bowl game. So we're gonna see how he do today in coaching. Now, whoever you put at the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, we're gonna see how he does on that today. But we need a whole new change. And I hope I hope Pastor Tan keep his job. I hope of course Odell Huggins keep his job, defensive line coach. He got rid of Ron Dugans, the receiver coach. Hope Ernest Sims keep his job, linebacker, one of the linebacker coaches. But Norvell got to go. I hate to break it to everybody, but his time is up. We got to get somebody in there because I can't sit around and watch this. That ain't what Florida State is. We run this state. That's what we've been doing. What we put out this year, is not what we are. Like, it just look like none of the players that did stuff is not even people we recruited. All the people that's doing all the messed up stuff, that's transfer portal. And the players we did have that's on the field, they like not even starters, they're like backups almost. Like, the recruiting is going down. We got to change this thing quick. And before I get off here, Florida State, the AD, hey man, y'all go get Deion. Y'all go shoot him whatever money he want. Let's go get Deion. We got to stop this. We got to get back right. We was supposed to win the ACC this year. Guess what? We at the bottom of the ACC. If somebody would have betted me about our record right now, I'd have lost all my money. I would have lost all my money because I would have betted it. I would have never thought we would have been 2-9 or whatever hell our record is. I would have never bet in a million years that would have been our record this year. That's our worst record since we even been a football team since 1970, I believe it was. The worst record ever. I just don't get it. So we got to get it together, man. But Like I say, we're gonna have a great guest on later. We're gonna get Black on here. Me and Black gonna talk Gators in Florida State. So y'all definitely tune in a little bit later. Y'all go click and subscribe. That Chop It Up with KJ 12 on YouTube. Y'all go follow me. Y'all keep seeing these great episodes, man. And shouts out to all the Noles fans. Go Noles. And thank you for another great episode of Chop It Up with KJ.